What's up, friends? Okay, so we decided finally to get some reps in with orange. I have really no experience with orange. I know it's a pretty damn powerful color, but I had nothing really built for orange, so I sort of put together a few things, and I used the key, the defender key. My god, I'll get the name of it later because I don't want to do a second take of this, but I used that artifact to sort of make a defender deck that can sort of eke out some wins against opponents and frustrate them. Good against aggro, and could possibly against control kind of get things moving. Nonetheless, this is an orange with yellow complement deck that I have yet to name, so we're going to figure that out right after this. So the name of the deck is Sandbagged, and the reason why is because there's going to be deserts all over the place, and you're essentially going to get completely bagged by tall units, defender units, high value stat units that eventually will turn around and start swinging face. So we're going to go through the list, and then I'm going to give you a little bit about the strategy and how to play it. Again, something unique, something different. Not tier 1, ain't going to get you to Mythic, but it's something to try if you've got the pieces for it. All right, so first things first. I've got 2 Maze of Yatikus, some corn for you, 4 times Blood Idol. I have 4 Security Phalanx. I have a single Wonder Drug, 2 Olama Rings. I've got Double Harvester. I got Big King Sapo. This guy is essentially pretty much in every yellow deck I'll ever play. There we go. Alchemical Key. That was the name of it. Double Alchemical Key. And Alchemical Key is your focal point. So Alchemical Key, double Dark Passenger. I have 3 times Sandscape. I have 1 Resupply Caravan. I have double Parry at the Gates. Parry at the Gates is an amazing card. Just to catch up, it's a 4 mana 2/2 that gets you a card off the top and then can sort of fix your next draw, scry, and get your next draw. It's really good. Scion of Pride, great card. Double Seal of Exile, because it feels unfair. 4 Silicon Sentinels. These bad boys are going to put in a lot of work for you. A 4/8 Defender is a nasty stat block to sort of punch through. This will just stonewall a lot of aggro decks and even give some bigger decks something to think about. All right, Double Temptation. Oh my god, I love this card. Temptation times 2. 3 times Marticore. You're going to have deserts everywhere, so Marticore is great. Armageddon Angel, for sure. Of course, it's an orange deck. You play Armageddon Angel. And Behemoth. We got Behemoth in here. So how does this deck work? It's very simple. You're going to be playing a lot of high-value stat units like Silicon Sentinel, like your Security Phalanx, your Blood Idol. It's a pile of stats that is meant to defend against early aggression, so against your red, against the Valkyrie package, etc. It's going to keep you in the game, and at the same time, you'll be able to establish your deserts on the rows. So as your opponent is kind of attacking you, they're going to be taking some chip damage here and there, navigating through those desert lanes. Now, they might not suspect that it is going to be that big of a deal to take this damage here and there until you drop your Alchemical Key. So what is Alchemical Key? It's a 16 vitality artifact. So the durability is 16, so it has some staying power. Alchemical Key is great. It sticks to the board because it's got 16 vitality here. But it means that all your minions with Defender can attack. Pretty simple. It means that all your big dudes with their giant asses are going to be able to sort of tail swipe their way into a damage scenario. So that 4/8 that you dropped for 4 that you thought was unfair, well, it's even more unfair now because it starts to hit back. Sandscape, again, is going to, since most of your creatures are defenders, it means that you'll be able to funnel all your opponent's attacks through towards the defender, meaning that every attack they make is going to take damage as well. Now, this was just a very simple slap together deck that I put. It definitely could go for some revision and some improvements, but from what I essentially put together as type in defender into the search bar and add in as many defenders as I could from this 2 color block, I think it's a pretty good deck. We've won a bunch of games with it, and we went to the wire against some heavy control lists. Shut down aggro like crazy. The only thing that really gave us a lot of trouble was value mid-range decks that used things like snakes and stairways and earth slides, etc. But I mean, we really dug our ground. Now, why Behemoth? Well, it's a defender, and this is a card that I'll show you right here. It says it's 310, just like stat dump. But when at the beginning of your turn, it creates 2 6/3 behemoths with rush, that essentially die at the end of the turn. So it creates 2 6/3s that just charge forward. So you can sit back and watch this thing just crap out dudes and charge forward and bust through whatever defenses your opponent has. At the same time, as a 310, it's got some significant staying power. It's going to take a lot of juice to get this thing off the board. I know that it's not a great card in any other deck, but in this deck, it seems to fit the bill. What else do we have? Well, I've got Temptation. Temptation is just sickening. It's so good. It is so good because getting value trades of the downside to this card is the fact that it bumps the card back into your opponent's hand. Fine, but the extra ability of this card, the extra utility of it is it removes a defender. So it allows you to go ahead and rush face for lethal. It also allows you to pull a card from your opponent's side and make a value trade to get rid of 2 creatures off their side for the 4 mana. It's a 4 mana removal spell that kills 2 things if you're crafty about it. Not to mention, this thing can really sneak in and execute your opponent when they think they're safe. The fact that they have 2 or 1 or 2 really high value creatures on the board, suddenly you Temptation, you get all that value back and you push face and you execute to win there. It's happened before where you double Temptation in order to get that lethal, and it feels so damn good. Nonetheless, Temptation obviously is a phenomenal card in any orange deck. But in terms of other weird things, Resupply Caravan is okay. I only added 1 because part of the appeal of this card right here is that besides the fact that it has a boost while sitting on a desert, which you'll probably have plenty of by mid-game, the defender will also drop and awaken by giving both creatures on your side a standard action. So that means it's like giving rush to a creature. You play a creature, give it a standard action, it can attack. You attack with a creature, play the caravan, it can now attack again. It gets an extra swipe at your opponent's health total. So this could come in and definitely help you, especially when it's next to something like a Security Phalanx, which has Alpha Strike. Along with the Olama Ring, which helps it out, you'll have Alpha Strike, a 4/2, just hitting face, trading favorably, especially if you can get the magic combo, which is Dark Passenger, giving deadly to a minion. You drop that onto your Security Phalanx, and it is now untouchable. The Security Phalanx will deal its damage first with Alpha Strike. The deadly tag means that no matter what happens, that creature will die before it's able to give back its retaliatory damage. Defender with the Blood Idol, with Life Tap is great. You'll have enough options here with Turn of the Seasons as your path, which is what we have. If we go back over here, Turn of the Seasons is your path, allowing you to draw cards every 4 turn, and Mend is your power, because until you find that Alchemical Key, you're going to want to keep your big bodies up and your health total sustainable, and that's what we got. So again, I'll go through the list. 2 Maze of Yatiku, 4 Blood Idols, 4 Security Phalanx, a Wonder Drug, 2 Obama Rings, 2 Harvesters, the Sapo. I've got double Alchemical Key. I've got Dark Passenger ×2, triple Sandscape. I got a Resupply Caravan, double Parry at the Gates, Scion of Pride, 2 Seal of Exile, a full set of Silicon Sentinels, double Temptation, triple Marticore, Armageddon Angel, of course, and our Behemoth. Again, set up your boys, get your big boys down there. Make sure that you can match your opponent where they're at. Set your defenders onto deserts, forcing your opponent to go through those deserts so that they're taking damage as they go. And eventually, you'll get your Alchemical Key. You come down and you're swiping face even better. Temptations and some smart play with Seal of Exile, etc., will open doors for you to find lanes to go ahead. Excuse me. To go ahead and connect to face and get some wins. Not the best deck in the world, but a fun deck. So enjoy it. This is Sandbagged. If you do like the channel, if you do like what you see, I do indeed stream every day around 11 a.m., 11:30ish. So you can catch me twitch.tv/watchflake. Also, please hit the subscribe button on this channel and check out the Boneyard podcast. I am Flake. It's nice to have you. Thank you so much. Be kind to one another. See you soon.